Hey Tsunami, I got something to tell you. So look, when we were in the army, right? It was a group of us. Kind of hung out a lot. One of our friends had some family in Austin. We were at Fort Hood, and it was Fort Hood in Killeen, but like Fort Hood was like a big old base. It had you never really had to leave Fort Hood. Burger King. I think there was like a sub place. They had the PX. They had some other fast food places. They had clothing stores. They local plumbers, and it was just stuff on base that you didn't really have to leave for. But when we did leave, we had fun. In the city of Killeen, we used to go to some little bar, little country bar. You can they had this thing like a t-shirt contest, right? And it's funny that um, at the time, you're in the military, so some people are probably at the best shape they're probably ever going to be in because we work out. Well, in the army, we work out 6 a.m. 5 days a week. Off on Saturdays and stuff like that. So there was a male's t-shirt off contest, right? So we went there once as a group. We seen them and everything like that. People were going off and doing different tricks and stuff like that. As a male, ain't too much you can do with your shirt off. So the next time we had went, we were all gonna sign up. So it was like four of us that signed up for the contest. Um, I didn't win. I just had a regular, I got a tat on my chest and just regular. I had no six pack and nothing like that. I just went out there to do it. Did a little dance, stuff like that. Person that won, he was a fan favorite. All that other stuff. But it was cool doing it. But anyway, so us as a group, we do a lot of cool stuff, right? So we've been to Austin. I'll tell you about Austin later. There's a bunch of stuff that happened in Austin. But we actually go to Houston. And I can't remember what possessed us to go to Houston, but we're 2 cars deep. We go to Houston. We go to the Galleria. It's like a big old mall out there, real fancy stuff. I ain't seen no celebrities and anything like that. And then at night, everybody was talking about going on Harlem Nights. I've never heard of it. So I'm like, Harlem Nights, sound like, that old movie or whatever, right? So we get there, and it's a strip club. They told me it was a strip club on the way there. I knew it was a strip club. So we get there, we get to the strip club, whatnot. We go in there, everybody's having a good time. Well, not so early. We just kind of chilling. And as the night kind of goes through the night, you start seeing certain people of our group of 7, 2 cars, 4, yeah, group of 7. Certain people would start just disappearing. And, they either go to the bar, the bathroom, some of them go and get a lap dance. I done disappeared too. I done went and got me a little $40, $20 lap dance and whatnot. And, I came back and I knew my budget because I'm driving. I'm driving one of the cars. So I already know I had to do gas, food for myself. I'm budgeting myself to make sure I can get back from Houston to Killeen. I can't remember how far it is, but it might be 2-3 hours. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just budgeting my money. One of the homeboys that disappeared throughout the night as we just sitting there drinking and everything, he comes back and he got the biggest smile on his face. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, oh, I was in a back room. I'm like, a back room? And I look, and there's a hallway, extended hallway, and there's like a guard or a security person sitting at a table, and then there's the hallway. And I ain't paying no mind. A couple of girls were asking me questions. Do you want this and this and this? I was like, not cool, because I ain't really had no money for that. So he comes back. We can't, music's playing, so we ain't really talking. We just like, where you go? And he's like, oh, he's back there. So we just, we drinking. We ain't paying no attention, right? One of my mans came back, and we sitting there like a little section. A little section and everything. It wasn't that crowded in the club. We sitting there and everything, right? He comes back and he's like, hey, who got $30? He said, who had $30, right? So we're like, what you need $30 for? And so he was like, he pointed like this, and he was like, "You music's playing, so we can't hear everything." So and so I look behind him. He's pointing in the area of that guy sitting at the table. He's just sitting there. He's not bothering nobody. He's just sitting there. And so we finally get him in, and he was like, "Yeah, I went back there, and, beat old girl, beat old girl, we did something, but I can't leave until I give him $30." And the little desk is not too far from the door, right? So we go, I give 10, somebody else gives 10, somebody else gives 10. He walks off, he pays the person, right? And so we just sit there clouding, we laughing at him, and then he's standing up. And so we're looking at him, and we're like, "What's that on your shirt?" And he looks at his shirt. He looks at it. At the time we had the long white tees. He look at it. Oh no! He was like, "Oh no!" He had some of him on his shirt. Oh, he had some of him on his shirt. And we died. We all died. So we sitting there. Eventually, the group becomes 7 again. People start coming back from their lap dances, whatever they're doing, and then somebody taps me on my shoulder. And I look. And so we look over, and it's a guy. And if you just look at first glance, it's just a sharp dressed man standing with some women. But then when you keep looking at the women, oh my God, man, one of them had like a lime green lace, but it was like gaps in the lace, and that's all it was. And I'm sitting there like, "What's that?" And another woman, she had like this pink tight leather pants or whatever, and they were just looking sexy as hell. And and you look at him, he got a whole suit on, he got the jacket on, but his arms are in the sleeve. And this is Houston, we hot as fuck. I'm like, man, it was a pimp. It was a real life pimp. He came in there. The girls that knew him greeted him, but greeted him like different from us. They didn't ask for nothing. They were like, respect. And then the 3 girls that were with him, they started to move around the crowd. And we were like, "Oh, that's a real pimp. That was a real life pimp." And I ain't say nothing to him. I ain't walk up to none of the girls. I'm just, I'm broke. I gave somebody $10 that I even want to give. So I'm sitting there like, man, I ain't got nothing for the ladies, for the pimp, the pimp's workers. But Houston was cool. We rocked out. Well, what did I learn from that? Let me see. Be financially prepared for anything. Even though you have it, you might need more. You might need more.